Hello everyone, I'm Floris and I'm here in the cellars of Château Canet, and my friends at Opimian asked me to present my three favorite wines. So here we go. I'm going to start off with a wine called La Chapelle. It is a Grenache, 100% Grenache, that we pushed kind of to the limit. So very small yield. We're looking at maybe 20 hectoliters to the hectare, so that's compared to the legal yield of 50 is very small. Huge concentration. Grenache is nice when it's really ripe, so we push it. So you're looking at a wine that's 15, maybe 15.5% alcohol, but we balance that with a huge amount of fruit. But because it has so much fruit, we don't put it in oak, and we found these American barrels in an egg shape that have the same porosity of an oak barrel, but without the oak flavor, and it just enhances the flavor, matures it. It's lots of luscious black fruit, blackberries, black currants, a little bit of garrigue, which is the spice that we have growing around the vineyard. So we're looking at rosemary, wild thyme, beautiful wine. Although it's very ripe, it's not harsh, it's not tannic, it's just this explosion of black fruit. So definitely one of my favorites. Let's go and meet his big brother, little sister, whatever you want to name it. So this is a wine 100% Syrah based, so the opposite of the Chapelle. It's called Les Évangiles, and because of its structure and its matière, as we say, it's definitely a wine that easily sustains oak maturing. So I put this in 1/3 new, 1/3 1-year-old, and 1/3 2-year-old barrels to find the right balance between the oak, because I would make the whole thing in new oak barrels, it would just be too much oak flavor, vanilla. So by using it dosed and also selecting carefully the different forests and coopers we work with, we find the right balance of maturing the wine on an oak. Because for me, maturing a wine in oak barrels is interesting, but it should never become the reason of being of that wine. It should not be just about the oak flavors you find. It should not be dominating. It should be a balance between the vanilla and the toasted notes with the fruit and the body and the tannins. It's all about, again, balance. But this is lovely. Again, we're on quite dark fruit like black currants and blackberries like the Chapelle. But now you have a little bit of violet, some peppery notes, which is very classic for the Syrah, but then married with these beautiful vanilla flavors. Not too much, just comme il faut, as they say. That's been in barrel for 6 months. Going to stay there for another 6 months before we're going to bottle it somewhere next year. So what we're going to do, or what we have done, so here you have the two brothers and sisters, La Chapelle and Les Évangiles. We're going to put them in a mixed case for you, a beautiful flat case of 6, 3 of one and 3 of the other, so you don't have to choose. Easy. And finally, we're going to go and finish with another one of my favorites, but it's white. So this is a Chardonnay that we make, and on a very arrogant way, we call it Alternative. I lived in Burgundy for 15 years prior to coming to the south of France, and part of that was in a village called Meursault, where I made Meursault. And arriving here and seeing the potential of the south of France, I knew we could make something very similar. And as I'm not a modest person, I decided to call it Alternative, because just to, tick off my Burgundy friends a little bit, saying that we can make really nice Chardonnay here as well. So let's have a look. Oh, by the way, you see this one? I have a light here. I'll shine it on you. So this is a barrel we made with a plexiglass front, so we could see the sediment, because we work with the sediment. The sediment feeds the wine for a long time. In the beginning of the maturing period, we actually stir it up, so it goes through the wine to just give all its goodness to the wine, and it gives a lot of fattiness in its body, which is really lovely. All right, let's have a look and see where this is at. So this has been in barrel since September last year. We're now beginning of July, and I think, it's kind of getting there. It's got lovely, lovely oaky and toasty pain grillé, but it's not overpowering the fruit. We're on peach, pear, a little bit of citrus, a hint of acacia, some pain grillé, some vanilla. Seriously, this is really lovely. We're gonna put those in little cases of 3, little wound cases of 3 bottles just to try out, because I think this is the first time we're gonna put it in the offering. So anyway, from the cellars of Château Canet, I'm gonna enjoy this. I might actually fill it up a little bit more, and cheers to you all.